So I've been quietly sitting on the sidelines and just watching this hell of a barn fire we got going on for Call of Duty right now. And I've been sitting silently watching, haven't had the urge to load up Call of Duty in like a while. But if I really had to speak to Activision, if they were watching this video right now, these are my thoughts, and this is what I have to say. So, first things first, right? Now, from a business standpoint, I get it. I get it from a business standpoint, right? Because we seen how Fortnite was raking in the dough. We saw how they were pretty much releasing skins damn near every other day, if not every other day, then every other week. We saw them and how they were raking in the dough with microtransactions. Completely see it. So y'all decided to kind of like test the waters a little bit, put a few little smaller operators here and there, make them a little outlandish, a little by little in each installation of Call of Duty. You made them a little more outrageous and outrageous to the point where it's like you can't even hide it now. So I get it. It makes y'all bread. But at the same time, you are just completely missing the point of what Call of Duty used to be and what it should be. Because now microtransactions are the main course of this discourse of what we're seeing Call of Duty go through. So let's bring it back a bit, right? Let's look at World at War, right? And I hate to bring up these old games, but I need for you to understand where I'm coming from. World at War, when you play World at War, I'll never forget this. When you play the single player mode, and in the very, very beginning, when you're pretty much held captive, and it's you and your buddy, right? You wake up, the dude blows smoke in your face or whatever, you being held captive, the dude's getting beat in the background, and then he pretty much is like telling him, hey, tell us what you know or whatever. Then he spits in his face, right? With a combination between spit and blood, just a combination of a mist. So then he all of a sudden takes his knife and slices his throat. And you see blood splatter all across the wall, right? And then you see that, you try to scoot back and run, about to do the same thing to you, and then bam, your people show up, and then there's a war going on, right? So you see that, right? You see the single player. You see how gritty and how gory it is. You see the setting of World at War, and they're trying to set the whole image and what they're trying to get you to see. Even when you're loading to next missions, they're giving you raw footage and pictures of war during that time to completely encapsulate you inside that setting of what it's like during that time. That's what World at War is. So when you go from that and you go play multiplayer, you see that they still uphold that same setting, from the weapons to the teams to the dialogue to just gameplay in general. They uphold that multiplayer. They uphold that from the single player. It translates. It transitions from the single player to multiplayer. You don't have to worry about anything being out of the ordinary. Everything makes sense. Right, the kill streak of dogs. You dealt with dogs early in the single player mode. Was it the gun, not the gunship, the MP40, you had the MP40. The STG, you had that. The PPSH, you had that in single player. Everything that you dealt with in single player is over in the multiplayer. So it translated ever so smoothly. Then we go from World at War to OG Modern Warfare 2, right? You look at Modern Warfare 2 and you have, let me see, I forget his name, but it'll probably hit me later. But either way, the maps, the multiplayer maps that you see, Terminal, that was no Russian. Then Estate, you know, the one where you got to go in there, you got to go into the actual house, you got to set claymores around. It's the same mission where you see pretty much the arch nemesis decide to turn heel, right? The part where y'all got betrayed, right? The infamous scene that everybody hates and it pisses people off. You know what I'm talking about? That's Estate. Then you got Rust. Rust is the last mission where you and the final boss shall face off. You take the throwing knife out, you throw it across the map, not across the map, but you throw it, hits him in the eye, game over. That's Rust. You see everything from the single player translate over to multiplayer. You see it all. Now, certain guns, of course, certain guns made it over. Not necessarily 100% them. Like I give you an example. The M16, it was a bolt, not bolt. Oh, I keep saying bolt action. It was a 3-burst, but I remember playing in the single player. I believe it was fully auto. So there's certain parts of it that didn't go over, but either way, it pretty much translated into multiplayer ever so smoothly, right? Modern Warfare 3, same exact deal. Same deal, right? And then you got Black Ops 1, translated from single player to multiplayer, no problem. So past all of that, right? We now go to Modern Warfare 2019 when they finally rebooted it. We get to Modern Warfare 2019, single player, multiplayer, it translated, cool. But then we start getting a little bit of little bit of sprinkles of some wild, not I would say wild, but some out of the ordinary operators, some variants of some operators in the game, some, not necessarily wearing mil-sim equipment, but, maybe one got on tights. The other one's probably wearing, cat ears or something like that. Whatever the case was, but they were pretty much, testing the waters to see how it would mesh. And then all of a sudden, here comes Cold War. We start seeing them get a little outlandish with Cold War. Now, I'm not trying to go in order, but I'm just trying to give y'all the timeline, right? So you see Cold War, they start getting a little crazy with that. Modern Warfare 2. They come out, they reboot that up, right? And we just start seeing a little bit more and more and more of them just constantly just not giving a fuck about the setting that these games are in. Now, when you go and look at these gameplay trailers, everything that you see in multiplayer, you don't see that. You don't see those operators inside of gameplay trailers. So to somebody outside looking in, when they haven't played Call of Duty in like ages, when they go and look at these gameplay trailers and it looks promising and they decide to go get the game, they play single player, go to multiplayer, and then they're trying to figure out, why the hell do I see Nicki Minaj in here? Why do I see 21 Savage in here? Why do I see Neymar? Why do I see why do I see a Terminator skin in here? Why am I seeing these things? Why am I getting turned into 16-bit, 18-bit millions of pieces? Why am I getting turned into confetti? What is all of this shit? Right? And you start to wonder. It's because microtransactions have become the crux of this game. Activision does not give a fuck about the consumers. They don't care. They stopped caring when they seen how much people would spend their hard-earned money, or probably kids, go grab mommy and daddy's debit card or credit card, go max that bitch out, or max that bitch out until it's negative, to go get these operator skins because they have to have them, or weapon blueprints. Because of that, Activision, you're the reason why a lot of people are starting to drop this game off. Now, a lot of people like myself, we are, I would say, the small minority, because either way, if everybody in that small minority group like myself that's saying whatever, I'm like Call of Duty, I'm dropping it all together, we probably wouldn't make a dent in their pockets. We probably wouldn't, right? Because you got a lot of people that's still going to play it. They're still going to buy the black sales, the microtransactions, all the ridiculous operators. So it really doesn't really make much of a difference. But slowly but surely, ladies and gentlemen, over time, we're going to see a shift in Call of Duty, and it's not going to be good, right? Because every time when I see these operators and I see these crossovers, I just shake my head, because now Call of Duty has lost their identity. There has never been anything about Call of Duty that has made me want to pick it back up and start playing it. I know I said that Modern Warfare, in one video I said I like Modern Warfare over the Black Ops series because Modern Warfare feels like, it's more grounded in gunplay and all of that. And now at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter. It don't even matter at this point. These operators get on my fucking nerves. I'm tired of them. These blueprints, they get on my nerves. I'm sick of them. I'm so tired of this wacky arcade kiddie bullshit that is supposed to be a M-rated game, but is portraying itself like it's a rated T game with a little bit of violence in it. I'm fucking tired of this game. I'm tired of Call of Duty. I wanted a mil-sim, I don't say mil-sim, but a serious first-person shooter that sticks to what they're trying to portray. right? I wanted something like the OG Modern Warfare 2, where I go from single player, right? I go from playing no Russian to now all of a sudden I'm in Terminal in the same exact fucking map that was not, no Russian was being played in. The same thing with a state. Same thing with I don't know. I can't think of another map, but just those two right there. You know what I'm saying? I want to play Modern Warfare 3 that translates from single player all the way over to multiplayer. I want to play those type of games, but I can't get that because you're too busy trying to find a way to make these kids spend more money on your fucking product. And then on top of that, now this is going to raise my next topic is the Call of Duty community. I've been back and forth about this fucking community at least 20,000 times. The problem I have is, you know what we want. You know exactly what the fuck we want. Omni movement wasn't one of them. You pushed that on us. You unwillingly had that being pushed on us and made us adapt to the Omni movement. I'm fine without it. I don't give a fuck about Omni movement, honestly. You understand what I'm saying? I'm totally fine with that. Just give me forward sprinting and I'm good. I'm totally fine with that. Marathon Pro, Lightweight Pro, and Commando, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We've asked for that multiple fucking times, and yet you have yet to give that to us. Why the fuck is some of these weapons locked behind a weapon unlock or an armory, where every single day I play, I now have to contribute to winning games and doing certain things that you want me to do in that top left hand corner, whether it's getting 5 kills or whether it's getting 10 assists or whether it's winning 5 games in a row or something like that. Why do I need to accumulate certain amount of fucking points or do a certain amount of objectives in that small little widget up there? Why do I have to do that just to unlock a weapon? Whatever happened to me just playing the game and leveling up and unlocking these weapons? Whatever happened to just different ways to unlock this shit other than me having to be subjected to slave away and put in unnecessary hours and time into unlocking a fucking weapon? Whose fucking idea was it to have a weapon armory unlock system? Whose idea was that? Nobody asked for that. I'm pretty sure we didn't. But you needed a way to keep people playing because you saw the engagement was down. With Warzone, right? For the fucking longest, we've been one Verdansk. And y'all not gonna say y'all saved it, but y'all held off because you needed a way to bring people back to your product. You saw the engagement was getting low. It was slipping. You needed a way to save the game. And to tell you the truth, I can't even say if they actually saved it with Verdansk. But I find it funny how with Verdansk coming back, you was able to pretty much damn revert everything back to how it was when we had Verdansk. From the sounds to the movement to just how Verdansk played. Y'all literally were able to pull that off. And it proved my point that you know exactly what the fuck we want and you can deliver it exactly how we want it. But you'd rather not. You'd rather not unless it's a dire attempt to save the community. And that's the fucking problem. Now, still in the Call of Duty community for a second, the issue I have with the Call of Duty community is a lot of these motherfuckers a lot of y'all are not genuine. You're not. A lot of y'all want to sit here and keep taking this angle of, oh, well, you know, it's still a fun game. You know, I had fun, you know, looking at all the guys and the girls and, you know, I'm not necessarily attacking, you know, a single person, but collectively, a lot of y'all are fucking cringe. A lot of y'all are. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I'm like that. Yeah, let's go. With 95% of y'all are fucking cheating. I know a lot of y'all are fucking cheating. I go on TikTok and see y'all playing. I've never seen somebody go on TikTok and play Call of Duty and yet have such a stonewall face. Anybody that has a stonewall face playing Call of Duty, I swear to God, is either in a bot lobby or they're cheating. Because there's no way you're going to play Call of Duty and not be on edge at every turn of the fucking card. There's no way. A lot of y'all in this community fucking cheat. All of y'all do. Right? Y'all swear them down. Y'all try to cover y'all asses to make it seem like y'all don't cheat. You know, just to cover for one another. All of y'all fucking cheat. And anybody gets reported for cheating, it doesn't make much of a difference because they come right back with a new account and they somehow are not even on the radar of cheating somehow. Right? Then the minute you call them out, now all of a sudden you're the one that's blackballed or you're the one that's getting personal threats and all type of shit just thrown at you because you are not drinking the Kool-Aid like they are. This Call of Duty community is a fucking joke. Alongside with this company, is y'all are a fucking joke. Right? And people are probably gonna say, well, if you don't like it, don't play it. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not touching this shit with the fucking 10-foot pole. I don't have to worry about touching this shit. And what's even better than that, I'm so glad I'm not a Call of Duty content creator. I'm so glad I'm not. I would have jumped off a fucking building. I literally would have jumped off an Empire State Building, head first into the concrete. If I was a content creator and all I had to do was deal with this piece of shit game, I would not have made it. I'm so glad y'all didn't pigeonhole me into that. I could just make content on it if I want to and drop that shit and go on back to doing what I was doing before. I am so glad, because Call of Duty is such a fucking terrible product. It's so god awful. I don't understand how we go from World at War, Modern Warfare 2, OG Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4. How do we go from that to now all of a sudden we got fucking Beavis and Butthead. We got fucking American Dad. We got The Boys as a fucking crossover. Where did we fucking lose the goddamn plot? Where, bro? So again, I'm so glad I don't have to touch this shit ever again in my fucking life. I don't care what y'all drop. Black Ops 7 being around the corner, fuck Black Ops 7. I'm on Battlefield at this point. And on top of that, like I said, y'all gonna say, oh, you ain't gotta play, da, 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 da. Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm playing Ready or Not right now. That's why I'm playing Hell Let Loose. I'm playing Surge Sandstorm. I'm playing, what's another game? Delta Force. I'm playing Black Ops 6. There's so many other games that I could play, right? You got, like I said, Ready or Not. You got another game called 0 Hour. You got another one called Operator. It's another game I can't think off the top of my head. But there are so many other first-person shooters. Oh, Squad. I can play that. There are so many other first-person shooters that I can fucking play that can scratch that itch of a first-person shooter, and I ain't got to touch Call of Duty ever again in a day in my fucking life. Ever. This entire company is a fucking joke. What happened is Activision has compromised the integrity of Call of Duty. Nothing about Call of Duty is what they stand for. Nothing. I don't give a fuck what y'all do for single player. I don't care what gameplay trailer y'all reveal. I don't care what y'all try to say, oh, we've brought back, we've done this. Fuck you. And that's to the president of Activision. Fuck you. To the entire team of Activision and Blizzard and everybody that's involved. Fuck you. Simple as that. Because I've sat here for years and watched you guys completely just ignore everything that we've asked for you guys to bring back. Everything that we wanted you guys to do for Call of Duty. We wanted you to remaster Modern Warfare 2. And what did you do? You bring back Modern Warfare 2, but only make it single player. You remaster Modern Warfare 2, but bring it back in Modern Warfare 3 and bring back all the Modern Warfare 2 maps. And say, here, take that, be happy. Is that not a spit in the face? Is that not y'all pissing on us and telling us it's rain? Is that not what that is? Is literally that not what that is, Activision? I don't give a fuck as a consumer. I don't care about none of that shit as far as, oh, quarterly and microtransactions. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What you've done is you've soured a product that I once used to love. But after this fucking Beavis and Butthead American Dad crossover, it's clear that you don't give a fuck about your core community. It's the kids. It's the preteens. It's the 20-year-olds with fucking zits and pimples all over their fucking faces that y'all care about the most. So I sign off by saying this. With Black Ops 7 being around the corner, with Black Ops 6 out, and all the other Call of Duties that are out right now that are probably still out and about right now. I know some games made it to Game Pass. That's the OG games. I say this to Activision, the Call of Duty community, and this is the Call of Duty community that's for all of the bullshit that's going on. I hope every last one of y'all suffer a negative fate for Call of Duty. And that's probably the lightest way I can put it. Because I was about to say something else. But yeah. Fuck you, Activision. Fuck Call of Duty. And fuck this Call of Duty community. You're a fucking joke. and I hope I never see this game ever fucking again. I'm out.